Today, we've got a viewer question about zone blitz. I'm going to talk you through it. A little quarterback training, hopefully improve your football knowledge. Coming up right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Elite Athletes TV. I'm Mike Pulaski, former 11-year pro quarterback and quarterbacks coach here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Today, I'm going old school on you. I'm wearing the old San Francisco Demon sweatshirt. This is from the XFL, the first go around, old school. And so it was my last year playing. It was the league that ended quarterbacks, but that's for another story. Today, we've got a viewer question from Sports Dude the Third. And he asks, hey coach, could you make a video on the difference between zone blitzes and the soft spots in a zone blitz that you can counter as a QB? Absolutely, Sports Dude. Appreciate the question. We will talk through it. I've got 4 clips for you guys to look at today. We'll talk about zone blitz. We'll talk about structure of zone blitz. Before we get started, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, you love football X's and O's, subscribe, ring that bell. Get notified every time we have new stuff coming out. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to learn about zone pressures, and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on it, what you know about it, what you'd like to know about zone pressure. Lastly, don't forget to share this video out. Trying to help as many young athletes as we can affect people in a positive way. That's our goal at EliteAthletesTV.com. The more you share this out, the more we can affect people in a positive way, improve lives, and improve players' games. The first thing you need to understand is there's a couple different types of zone blitzes, and there's hybrids of zone blitz as well. And so we're going to talk through all of them. We're going to look at film on all of them. I'll break them down for you, but it's as simple as the same holes that you find in the zone that corresponds to the zone blitz are the holes you're going to find in the zone blitz. And so if you have a 3 blitz or a 3 dog on, you're going to have the same holes, the same attack that you would versus 3. It's just a little different thinking on the defensive side of the ball. And so we'll get into film right now. We'll go over it. I'll explain it to you. And at the end, you'll figure it all out. Here is a true zone blitz. Now, most people, when they think of zone blitz, because they hear it on the TV all the time, they think of this fake pressure up front, simulated pressure, and then dropping out underneath. That is also a zone blitz, but right now we're going to talk about just a true, pure zone blitz. You're going to see the defense here in a cover 3. You have a high post safety, corner playing high. This could be a corner or a safety. I don't know personnel here, but a corner here in that match coverage and a match look from this safety. The defender who's going to come on the blitz, secondary player coming on pressure is a blitz, is going to be this player down below. We'll call him a corner for now. So he's going to come on the blitz. They're going to bring outside backer, D lineman, and backer or defensive end to the field. And so what you're going to get is a 5-man rush with cover 3. Deep third. He's locked up. Deep third. If this comes underneath, he'll have his third. If it goes vertical, he'll match and play at man. And then this is your flat to hook in here. So what that leaves is more space for these guys to have to cover underneath. Rather than having 3 deep, 4 underneath, now with a zone blitz, you get 3 deep, 3 underneath, and a 5-man rush. What are defenses trying to do with this? Well, a couple things. If they can, they want to get your protection screwed up. When you bring a secondary player, oftentimes he is not accounted for. So this tackle won't slide to him if the tight end and the H-back are getting out here. And so he won't account for him. That would be left to the quarterback and the back. The back would be checking 1 on Mike, 2 to outside pressure here, and he may just miss the corner. So A, they want to get your eyes in the wrong place, hopefully get pressure, get a free shot on the quarterback. 2, if they can't get that, now they've got 5 guys coming against 5 offensive linemen. So it's a one-on-one matchup across the board unless the offense keeps somebody into block. Like I said, the same patterns hold true, the same soft spots hold true versus blitz as they do in regular zone. Versus cover 3, flats are open. Post high safety. If you were to run an out route, you'd be in good shape. if you were to run some kind of combination with a go flat or a corner flat, this DB would have to honor the corner. Your flat would be open. There'd be nobody out there for it. Vertical. If you were to stretch for vertical here, now you're 2-on-1 with the post safety. So all the same things that hold true for cover 3 hold true for 3 blitz. Now Cal's running a screen here, but you'll see as I run this forward, five guys rush and 3 underneath. As this corner rushes, if you throw that out route right now, it's completely open. If you run verticals, it's 2-on-1 on that safety. So the normal stuff that you would run against cover 3 is going to work against 3 blitz if you can protect it. You can see here, Cal is giving a fan look to the outside. He's going to fan to that corner. Guard is putting a hand on here. But again, they're going to get out in a screen. So we'll run this forward. Lineman getting out. Chase Garber's running for his life. And Washington makes the play. So that is a true zone blitz. You play it straight across. You blitz from position. You try to get protection screwed up, or you try to get one-on-one matchups. Now, we're going to talk about a zone dog. It's the same idea. So rather than calling it a zone blitz, we should really call them zone pressures. And so we're going to look at a zone dog next. And in this case, rather than trying to get your eyes screwed up in terms of where your protection is going to go, they're trying to get those one-on-one matchups up front. Let's take a look. Now what you're going to see is motion across the field, which gets you to trips into the boundary. Washington is going to react by rotating down the safety, bumping, and then putting the linebacker on the line of scrimmage. From that look, they're going to run 3, so deep thirds, and the corner is going to end up deep thirds in a press bail. Both these guys are going to press bail on the outside. Safety is going to be the hook flat defender in here. This safety on this side is going to be the flat defender, and the linebacker is going to have the middle of the field, the leftover linebacker. And so once again, as they run a 3 dog in this case, and it's a dog because it is a linebacker that's going to come on pressure instead of a defensive back. Defensive backs run blitzes, linebackers run dogs. So, as we motion, you can see the bump. They call it up, and you can see them bring it into play. Linebacker in position to bring edge pressure. Corner looking in at the ball. Corner looking in at the ball. That tells you it's zone right there. Safety high in that post middle. Zone defender out here. There's nobody for him to cover except for that back out of the backfield. So he's clearly a zone player on the outside. Zone player right here. He's not heads up man over anybody. So that tells you it's zone behind it. Now as we run it forward, you'll see they know that you're going to get edge pressure. The tackle slides to pick up edge pressure, stays inside defensive lineman. They're going to play off this game of these two guys. Backside guard stays home, and tackle is man out here. So they knew where the pressure was coming from, but because there are 5 coming on the rush, you are manned up man to man. Now the back is staying in to help, but it's 6 on 5. They're looking to beat somebody in one spot. That's the point of a zone dog. And they're playing safe zone coverage behind it. You can see corner getting out, this corner bailing, these guys flat-footed, playing zone, and this linebacker playing a rat of sorts, looking for anything to come across the middle to him into that zone. As you move it forward, what's open? As with all cover 3s, flats are going to be open. They're running a quick out here, which is going to take that flat. There's nobody to threaten vertical here, so this safety doesn't have to hold. He can overplay the vertical coming from his right. But once again, those zones are open, and if this back were to check down, again, cover 3, you're always going to have underneath backers and above backers. So same zones that you'd have in cover 3, there's only 3 guys under now. 1, 2, 3 instead of 4 under. 3 guys deep, cover 3, dog. And the quick out is a winner for a pickup of 4 yards. Now, this is what they call simulated pressure. In this case, Washington's trying to make it look like they're bringing a secondary player off the edge, bring an outside backer from the field as well, and then these backers would be man-to-man in a banjo technique, depending on which way that back releases. The idea here is, once again, get them believing one thing in terms of pressure up front, get them to commit guys, and get them to waste bodies on the offensive line. Now, a lot of teams will mug these linebackers up and put them all up here so it really looks like they're bringing pressure. Looks like it's hard man. These guys are locked down man on the outside. They look like man players maybe because they're so low, and get quarterbacks starting to panic. That's the point. But instead, what they're going to do is they're going to drop this backer into zone. They're going to slant on the rush and bring this pressure. Just a 4-man rush, which means now they can play thirds, and have 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath in coverage. So this is true. Cover 3, 4 under. They're trying to give you a different look. In this case, defenses are trying to make you make a mistake as a quarterback and throw it away, throw it into coverage, thinking that this guy is rushing. If they can get you looking downfield, throwing a slant or something back into it, that's the point of this type of simulated pressure, trying to confuse a quarterback into making a dumb throw. On the snap, you can see outside linebacker drops off. 3 deep, 4 under. Quarterback has nowhere to go with the ball, makes a nice play with his feet, and actually makes something happen at the end. For my last clip, I want to show you something that's a bit of a hybrid. Usually when teams bring blitz pressure or bring dog pressure, they play some kind of man behind it. So I've been talking about zone blitz the whole time. It's unique to see. But some teams will play 2-man behind a dog. And so what they're trying to do again is get the extra man into the rush, but still have high safeties to protect for that deep ball, have 2 guys deep. And so as a result, you end up getting man, you still get dog pressure, and you get a bit of a bracket coverage over the top because those safeties will help as the man routes get vertical if you get vertical at them on the inside. So let's take a look at that. So here you've got condensed formation, and you've got a man player, a man player, a man player right here. They're going to run vertical sits, and these safeties are going to split to be half players. It's going to be man under, 2 deep. And so some teams would call this cover 5, but this is also dog pressure. Defense is going to bring dog pressure from this inside linebacker, and then when this safety, who is in that robber position, I would be thinking as a quarterback, sees the back stay in to block, he also brings delay pressure. As these routes get vertical on the inside, if they were to continue, the safeties would take them in a bracket coverage, meaning you'd have 1 man underneath and 1 man over the top of each guy. So 2-on-1 bracket coverage. As it is, they sit down so the bracket doesn't end up forming. But when they do this, the man coverage, you've got out routes by your inside receivers. The key, if you see this as a quarterback, is to find your one-on-one matchups and deliver the ball to those guys, just like it is with any bracket coverage. Either run a route that beats bracket or find the singled up men in bracket coverage. So we'll move this forward. And you can see pure man look. Man right here. He's waiting for this to clear. Man on him. Man right here. Man right here. These guys are each rotating to a half. Linebacker coming on the dog. So 4-man pressure to start. 1, 2, 3, 4 to start. When the safety sees this back staying in to pick up that dog, he is going to be the late blitzer. It's a green dog. Usually when we talk about green dogs, we talk about outside backers doing it if a back doesn't come their way. But in this case, we see a safety because he blitzed. He is green to go, ready to rock and roll on the blitz. They bring pressure. Quarterback hangs in the pocket. Great job. And delivers a strike on that comeback inside. That's worth watching again because this is excellent timing for a quarterback. He sees it happening. He hangs in there tight and delivers a strike as the receiver is coming out of his route. That's how you handle blitz pressure. Just like any kind of pressure, the key as a quarterback is to stay calm when you see it coming. Understand where your matchups are, understand where your one-on-ones are, and win. If you're throwing into zone, then you have to understand where the open holes in zone are. They're the same in zone pressures as they are in regular zones. Cover 2, you're going to have the vertical seam, outside alleys, behind and in front of the linebackers. Cover 3, you're going to have 2 verticals on the free safety, the center fielder, and you're going to have flats, and you're going to have behind and in front of the linebackers. Same ideas. If you get zone pressure, you'll know it from watching film, and you'll understand what types of zone pressures they run. Just be aware of that. Keep your calm back in the pocket, throw strikes, and you'll be just fine. If you like what I did here today, if you understand more about zone pressures, if you like X's and O's, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Get notified every time we have stuff out that can help your game. Give me a thumbs up now if you understand how to take on zone pressure, and please leave me a comment down below. Just like our viewer question today from Sports Dude the Third, I'd love to get a question for you that I can answer. Also, please remember to share this video out. We're trying to help as many young athletes, as many young quarterbacks as we can here at EliteAthletesTV.com, and the more you share this out, the more young athletes we can help to improve their game. Appreciate you watching. A little quarterback training here today, talking about blitz pressures, talking about zone blitzes, showing you some different looks from college football. Hopefully we improve your football skills, your football IQ, and got you that quarterback training you need.